So what are the obesity trends here in the US? Well, this is data from the CDC, and basically the way you look at this chart is the color codes are basically what is the percentage of the population in that state that is considered a BMI of 30 and above. Remember, BMI of 30 and above is considered obese, okay? So you can see here, really just kind of a handful of states here, 10 to 14% of the people in that state were considered obese at that time, okay? You jump ahead 15 years, you don't have just the category of 10 to 14%. Now you've got a category of greater than 20% of the people in a state are now considered obese. Half of the US was at that point 10 years ago, okay? 2 years later, all of a sudden a new category pops up. 1 out of every 4 people in a room now are considered obese, okay? You see that, 3 states there, Mississippi. 4 years later, which is the most recent data that I have from the CDC now, look at that, new state, a new category with greater than 30% of the people. Why is this important? Because a lot of people say, you know, you look okay, you don't need to lose weight, you're fine. But you can see the trends of what's happened in the United States, that what we think is now normal really isn't, because of how much everything has skewed as far as where everybody is and as far as their weight goes. So clearly this is an epidemic. This is something we really do need to treat. Well, why? Well, I'm not going to go through all these in detail, but the health risks of obesity, I've talked about them already. High blood pressure, okay? Those in conjunction with diabetes, we call it diabesity, because diabetes is very much related to obesity, okay? Both of those can affect your heart, and you have a higher chance for developing heart disease, having a heart attack, strokes, okay? Sleep apnea, where you have to use that machine to help you breathe at night. That's a very big, there's a very direct correlation with obesity and sleep apnea. Even heartburn, bad reflux. I mean, just the weight of the obesity in your belly can cause you to have trouble with the valve between your esophagus and your stomach and increase your reflux. In fact, there are procedures that are used to try and help recreate those valves that we as general surgeons will do for people who have trouble with heartburn. But it was found that if you had obesity, it was almost better that you had a bariatric procedure, lost the weight, and that was a better cure for your reflux than the reflux procedures that we actually use today.